Welcome back, internet friends. Today I have a sketchbook tour of this newly completed sketchbook. It is a Strathmore 400 series watercolor sketchbook, and I primarily used acrylic gouache and ink tints in the sketchbook. So I figured I would just have some music overlaid onto this footage and let you take a little peek at each thing, and whenever I felt it was a good time, I would just pop in and talk a little bit about each painting. So this first one was really a warm-up painting with the acrylic gouache. Really, this whole sketchbook is more about being free and, being playful. Needs no introduction. I watched the first part of Stranger Things, so I had to paint Vecna. My husband challenged me to do it, and I was actually extremely intimidated, but alas, I actually did it, and it turned out a lot better than I thought it would, so very proud of that one. This is very much a fail. A friend of mine challenged me to do a painting of Kate Bush, and I attempted to, and I don't think it looks anything like her. So I did go ahead and try again on this next page. And you will see that I also had a bit of a fail on that. Kate Bush turns out to be one of the most difficult people I've ever tried to paint. So for this one, I got really frustrated and kind of turned it into an abstract piece, which I actually kind of like how it turned out. This one, I just needed to take a break from the portraiture, and I just did something easy, which is the view out my window here in the mountains of North Carolina. So there's lots of fireflies all over the place. This one was very spontaneous. I was getting prepped to do a painting piece, and I had my ink tints with me, and my husband and I were having a discussion, and I just started drawing absent-mindedly, and it turned into that. This was a more intentful piece. I wanted to do a still life of a bouquet of flowers that I had on my table. It didn't turn out great, but also did not turn out horrible. When I kind of went outside the bounds of the painting, it made it work a little more. This is probably my least favorite painting in the sketchbook. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I just felt really uninspired when I was doing it. And I was trying new techniques, which weren't bad, but I didn't love how it turned out. This is a painting of Mount Jefferson, which is near where I live, and the painting on there's going to be a couple of those in the sketchbook, and I used ink tints with this as well as acrylic gouache. A cloud study I did. This one was more from my imagination. Didn't turn out wonderful. It looks kind of cartoony, but it's not bad either. It was a nice study. So no failures in the sketchbook, even if they kind of feel like failures. Here is my third and final attempt at the Kate Bush portrait. For this one, I took the time to do a thought out pencil sketch. It took me a really long time, a couple days of working on it to get it right. There's just something about her eyes and the subtlety of her expression that was really difficult for me to capture. And if you hear that jingling in the background, it is my cat grayling, so please excuse that. But yeah, I was really happy with that, and happy to say that I finally, achieved the goal of painting Kate Bush. On foggy, rainy days, the mountains look so majestic with the fog kind of lingering on the top. And that's what I painted here. It's another one of Mount Jefferson. This might be my favorite, or one of my favorite in the sketchbook. This one was done almost exclusively with ink tints. It's a plein air painting of a street side view in West Jefferson, downtown West Jefferson, while I was waiting for my laundry to dry. Some more cloud studies. I really just wanted to slap some paint down when I was doing this. It was more of a experiment in letting go when I felt unmotivated, and this one is very similar to that as well. It's supposed to be clouds. It turned out looking more like waves, but again, I was feeling really unmotivated, but I didn't want to let that scare me away from just making something. And it looks kind of cool as an abstract painting. This is a study. Again, just wanted to do a few more portraits. And I copied this from an album cover or an album sleeve for a record that I own. More fun, loose cloud painting. This one actually I did in a few layers. It looked a lot different the first time, and then I just kept adding to it. And I like the way the colors are layered and contrasted. This one, I was trying a different technique where I laid a flat color of acrylic wash down, and then I painted over that with the white, and then I used ink tints to create that texture. It's not my favorite, but definitely worth giving it a try. This was a hand study. I watched a Jessie Karp video where she did 100 hands, and it kind of inspired me to try my hand at that. It didn't turn out wonderful, but not horrible. I mean, I'll have to maybe do the challenge myself and see if that helps me improve. Another view of the clouds outside my window. I did this when my sister was visiting, and I just wanted to make some art. You know how it's hard to make art when you are entertaining people. This is a view from a hike that I went on with my sister off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's about an hour away from where I live. It's really beautiful. We had a fun time. This is a scene from the Grayson Highlands State Park in Virginia. It's about 45 minutes from where I live, and it's just so freaking beautiful, and there's so many trails to hike, and it connects to the Appalachian Trail, so it's just a really fun, beautiful place to hike, and I will definitely be creating a lot of artworks just based off of all of the hikes that I'm going on. It's been really nice and therapeutic to do that. This is a scene from my sister and I's visit. We visited one of her friends in Asheville and took a little walk on a railroad track and just kind of painted them together. And this is the last one in the sketchbook, and it's just a cute little meadow scene, very experimental. I was using the acrylic gouache like watercolors at first, and then I added kind of the texture on top. It's not my favorite, but it's also kind of cute. So there you have it. That is my watercolor slash acrylic gouache slash ink tints sketchbook. If you enjoyed this, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more of my art, and to my Instagram, which I will have linked below at leahknight_art at instagram.com. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, week, year, summer. Get out there and have some fun, and I will see you next time. Bye!